Sirens. Not one, not two, hundreds. Red and blue lights bounce off frozen streets as Minneapolis holds its breath. A city that once burned is about to erupt again. One shot, then another. A woman collapses behind glass and steel. And in that exact moment, America fractures again. This is not just about immigration. This is not just about law enforcement. This is about power, fear, and what happens when the federal government collides head-on with a city that refuses to bow. This is ICE versus Minneapolis. Minneapolis did not wake up one morning and choose chaos. Chaos arrived quietly. Unmarked vehicles first. Black SUVs with no city logos. Men in tactical gear. Faces hard, movements sharp. ICE. For months, the city had been tense, but this was different. This wasn't background enforcement. This was saturation. Federal immigration agents flooded neighborhoods already scarred by history. Communities that remembered George Floyd. Communities that remembered smoke, screams, and broken glass. And now, they remembered fear. Parents whispered before leaving their homes. Kids were told not to answer doors. Entire blocks went silent. ICE said they were targeting criminals. Residents said they were hunting people. Two realities. One city. Then came January. Cold enough to burn skin. Cold enough to make every breath hurt. And that's when the moment arrived, the one that would change everything. A maroon SUV. A woman behind the wheel. Her name was Renee Nicole Good, 37 years old, a mother, an American citizen. She was not armed with a gun. She was armed with fear. Federal agents surrounded her vehicle, shouting, commands overlapping, confusion thick as ice. What happened next depends on who you ask. ICE claims the vehicle became a weapon, that Renee tried to run them down, that an agent feared for his life. But video tells a different story. The SUV is boxed in, barely moving. The space in front of her, limited. A split second passes, then a gunshot. Glass explodes, metal screams, Renee slumps forward. Another shot, people scream. She is dying. Within minutes, the scene is sealed. Statements are prepared. Narratives are locked in place. But Minneapolis has seen this movie before, and they don't believe the ending. The news spreads too fast to contain. By nightfall, the streets fill. Candles first, flowers, photos, then anger. Because this wasn't just a death, it was a symbol. Federal force, local resistance. ICE says justice was served. The city says an innocent woman was executed. And when trust is already broken, every word sounds like a lie. Mayor Jacob Frey steps forward. His voice is controlled, but sharp. He accuses ICE of recklessness, of operating without accountability, of turning Minneapolis into a war zone. The governor echoes him, and suddenly, it's no longer a local issue. It's Washington versus Minneapolis. Protests grow. Not just angry shouts, but organized fury. Signs read, "This is not law enforcement." And ICE, occupation is not safety. Federal agents respond with force. Tear gas cuts through frozen air. Flashbangs echo off buildings. Protesters scatter then return. Local officials have declared they will no longer cooperate with ICE operations, citing a breakdown of trust and the need to protect all residents, regardless of their immigration status. This decision has sparked a firestorm, pitting city leaders against federal agencies in a complex political and legal battle. The mayor argues this move is essential for community safety, allowing undocumented witnesses and victims to come forward without fear of deportation. However, opponents claim this creates a sanctuary for criminals and undermines federal law. It's a high-stakes conflict with no easy answers, raising profound questions about states' rights, federal authority, and the very definition of a safe community. Inside ICE, cracks begin to show. Anonymous agents speak out. Some say the mission is out of control. Others admit morale is collapsing, but the machine keeps moving. More arrests, more raids, more tension. America watches from afar, split down the middle. Is this law being enforced or power being displayed? Is this safety or domination? And the scariest part? No one is backing down. Not the federal government, not the city, not the people. Minneapolis becomes a warning sign, a glimpse of what happens when authority ignores trust, when enforcement replaces empathy, when force answers fear. Minneapolis didn't choose to fight ICE. It chose to defend itself. This wasn't just about borders. It was about boundaries, the line between law and violence, between order and oppression. Renee Good is gone, but her death is not silent. It echoes in frozen streets, in raised fists, in a city that refuses to forget. Because when power goes unchecked, cities don't stay quiet forever. And this time, America was watching.